That seriously looks so much better. That's so loud, it's so sick. Oh my gosh. What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So right now I'm gonna hurry and try to tint these side markers. It's just like kind of more of a smoke. It's not like super dark, but it's gonna look really good, I think. So I'm gonna try and hurry and do that before they pick this car up to take it to Vegas. I don't know, I've never done any tint, so I guess we'll just see how this goes. Looks so much better. I mean, for the price of that, for like literally $5, you could have your side markers completely like blacked out. That looks so good, guys. Look at that side compared to this side. Like that just stands out like a sore thumb. And then you come over here and it's way better. When I do the other side, I'm gonna do a little bit more detailed. It's not gonna be a time lapse. It's gonna be more of like how I did it exactly. Cause that was so fast, it probably took me like 3 minutes. I'm excited to see how the front turns out because these are red back here. But up here, as you guys can see, it's like an orange. So I hope that it does the same thing, kind of like turns it black. That would be sweet. So the first thing I'm gonna do is you guys can see like these little lines. So there's enough in one sheet to do all four. I'm gonna basically cut this into 3 pieces because that'll give me enough to do the other 3. Before you install it, I went over it with this 91% isopropyl alcohol. It's gonna kind of like clean up all of the greases and oils and stuff that could possibly be on the light, so it'll just stick a lot better. Got it all cleaned off. What we're gonna do is it's called a full pull. As you guys have seen me do it in some other videos, it's just like wrapping. You're basically just gonna pull all the backing and then you're just gonna literally just slap it on there. So to do this, you don't need a squeegee. It does help though, and they're really cheap to get. It just kind of helps you get all the bubbles out, and it helps you kind of like push the edges in. So I like to use a squeegee, but you don't need one. It won't really change the outcome. It's just a little bit easier to do it if you have one. On this edge, it actually goes back, so we're just gonna pull it, kind of like stretch it back. You don't want to pull too much though. You just kind of want to let it kind of just sit back there because you don't want it to pull back over time or like as it heats up or anything. There we go. So now it's all basically tacked on. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna take our blade, and I like to just put it out about that far. I mean, like literally it's one little section, and then we'll trim it. Now to trim it, what you're doing is you're basically just staying on the upper body line, and you wanna move at a pretty even speed, just so you don't get any kind of wrinkles or like tears in it. And so use the back edge of your blade on the paint. That way you won't scratch it, but you'll get a nice straight line. Okay, then moving around to this edge where we had to pull it back into like the wheel well area. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically cut all of our axes out of there. There we go. And then find out exactly where it ends, and you can just cut right up against it. Go. Peel all of the tint off the edges. We'll have to clean it up a little bit when we're done, that's fine. Now, the squeegee is really helpful for this part. It's not necessary, like I said earlier, but it really just helps you push it into all these gaps, like all the edges and get them all tucked in there. So I like to use the felt side. And then once it's all kind of in there, I'll switch over to the plastic side and just make sure that it's all the way back. And there we go, another one's completed. As you guys can see, that looks so much better. So you can kind of see the red through it, but not that much. I mean, especially when you kind of step back here, it looks more black than anything. And that looks so good. So that is one of the first mods that every Lamborghini owner should do. Or any car owner, in fact, if you have a car that you want it to look a little bit better, do this. It's literally like $5 for it. It really helps the character of the car. I love it, I think it looks awesome. Now let's hop up to the front. As I said to you guys earlier today, I'm excited to try this because it's orange, so I just want to see exactly how good it covers. Hopefully it brings it to almost a black, because as you guys can see, the headlights and everything are black, so I think it's just going to really flow nice, as well as like all the black trim everywhere. That really covered it, like really good. One thing I wanted to point out is on these ones, you can see it has a little bit of design. So right here, you can see how it kind of like angles that way, and then it does the same thing on the bottom. What I ended up doing is you have to kind of pull it just like when you wrap. So I had to kind of like stretch it back around the back side. So you guys will see exactly how to do it. This is seriously like one of the first mods you should do on any car. If you're looking to spice it up just a little bit, I definitely recommend doing this. It does not take any kind of professional skill at all. It's super easy to do, and it looks really good. It looks aftermarket, which is like really cool. I think it's the thing that a lot of people go for, is like the aftermarket look on their car. And this is just a perfect way to do that for cheap. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna pull it out in the sun. We're gonna see exactly what these lights look like. See if it kind of like bleeds through a little bit more. As you guys can see, it does light up red and it does light up orange. Just not like super visible, which is awesome. That's kind of what we're going for. We're going for more of the stealth look, and this looks awesome. Any of you guys looking to do like a fast mod to your car to make it look a little bit more aftermarket, I would definitely do this. That was so fast, so easy, and it's so worth it. As you guys can tell, that just looks so much better. It doesn't have like these blingy pieces that are just like kind of popping on the car, look like they don't belong there. That looks like how it should come from the factory, and I get they can't do that because of legal issues, but that looks amazing. Well, we hate to see it, but there she goes. We most likely won't get the car back for about a week or two, probably more like 2 weeks, but the way it usually works, it'll be probably close to a month. That's kind of how it usually works with cars and stuff. You know, there's a couple things that they got to touch up a little bit on it, but there it is, loaded up. Lamborghini Las Vegas, huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for coming and picking up the car, taking it down there to Vegas to get it serviced. It's amazing. Just really good service from you guys. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it. Yeah! Oh, that's so nuts. Woo!